Hi guys, this is Miley with My Lash and Brows. I am doing a live with Christina Dow. She is from Canada. She is such an amazing artist that I really want to bring her into this live and chat a little bit more about on how to becoming a pro artist. So let me see when she's gonna be joining here. Um,
Hi,
Hi, how are
Miley. I'm
you?
good. How are you?
I'm good. Oh my God,
Yeah,
finally we get to chat together.
yeah, for sure, for sure. I'm so excited, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, thanks,
oh,
thanks
great.
everyone for joining us. So my name is Christina. I'm the owner of Artesian Glow. I'm actually located in Toronto, Ontario, in Canada. And I specialize in microblading, ombre, blade and shade combination, saline tattoo removal, and you
Wow.
guys can contact me through my DMs or you can send me an email. It's on my bio.
Yeah, I was telling the
Yeah.
followers that your work is so amazing and you're
Oh,
located in
thank
Canada.
you.
So
Yeah.
if anyone who, is in Canada, definitely hit Christina Dow up. She is an amazing artist. I've seen
Oh,
all your
thank
work.
you.
They're so great.
You're amazing as well, too. Yeah, you're like
Thank you.
multi-talented. Yeah, you want to introduce yourself to my followers as well?
Yeah, so my name is Miley. I'm the owner of My Lash and Brows. I'm located here in Scottsdale, Arizona. I've been doing permanent makeup since 2015. And in a little bit, I'll share my journey, how I get into this journey, this industry and stuff like that. So, yeah, I'm
That's
excited.
great. Great. Yeah. So, I guess we could start off by talking about some
Yeah.
Q&As.
So after I post this on the story, we got quite a bit of questions.
Mm-hmm.
People are interested in knowing how to become a pro in PMU industry and things like that. So, Christina, how were you able to build your clientele so fast?
I wouldn't say I built my clientele fast. It definitely is a process.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like, everyone goes at different rates, but for me, I think mine wasn't fast, but like it took some time as well. I also did start doing brows during quarantine, and like
Wow.
COVID season,
Yeah.
so it was really slow. I can't lie. But after you do a few clients, it starts to build up. Then they're gonna refer you to their friends, and I feel like word of mouth is like really powerful, you know.
Yeah. I
And
totally agree.
yeah, for sure. And yeah, I think it just started from there. After a few clients, they start to refer their family. After the
Mm-hmm.
family, refer to your friends. And then the more you post on Instagram, your algorithm gets so much better. So that honestly
Mm-hmm.
helped me so much, like improving an algorithm because Instagram then advertises your posts to like other people's explore pages. So that's how you're also visible to others. So,
Yeah, I love
yeah.
that. The fact that you just shared that.
Hmm.
It's so great. I
Yeah,
do believe
thanks.
that quality really leads to word of mouth advertising. And as you know, artists, if you want to become good, not only that continue education is important, but also you really need to put quality into your work. And if your clients are happy, they will refer their friends and family. I
Yeah, for
totally
sure.
agree with that. And that's pretty much how I grew my business back then too, was that pretty much from word of mouth.
Word of mouth. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah.
So what are the key things that you would say that keeps client coming back? Like what are the key things for you that clients keep coming back to you?
Coming back to me. So I would say just be as genuine and as real as possible. Because
Yeah.
honestly, anyone can sense fake, fake personality. So just be yourself. What
Mm-hmm.
what people love about me, like they always tell me that I'm very genuine, I'm very honest, I'm very humble as well. So
Mm-hmm.
those are like, great characteristics to have when you're in this business, is to show that you care. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like a lot of artists, I'm not calling anyone out, but like there's artists who just kind of, they're just doing, their business just for the money. They're just throwing out,
Mm-hmm.
oh, here's my schedule, book this and that day, here's my price.
Yeah, I
It
see
just
what
seems
you
like
mean.
they don't
Mm-hmm.
care, right? But when you like ask genuine questions like, oh, what are the struggles with your eyebrows? What are you looking
Mm-hmm.
for? Let me help you out. Then they actually
Yeah.
sense that you care, and that's how you gain the
Yeah.
trust. So when they
Yeah.
feel like a connection with you, then
Mm-hmm.
that relationship builds with you and your client, and that's how you get more clients to come back. Yeah, so I
Yeah.
think that's
Yeah.
the main thing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
To me, I totally can relate to you because being honest is one of the key things in my practice whenever I do clients is that I want to be be able to be honest with them, whatever decision that they go with, whether, like certain technique would be suitable for their skin type or not. Like I want to be real. I want to be honest with my client and present all the pros and cons for my clients instead of just, okay, like scoot them in the chair and just like start doing the procedures, even
Yeah.
though if it's not the right thing for them. So that's one of the things that I really want is that I want to look out for my clients and not being afraid to be bold basically because
Mhm.
there's going to be time that when you talk to your clients and that might not be something that they want to hear.
Yeah.
So for example, like if they're really dead set on getting microblading and their skin type is only suitable for ombre powder, that's the type of conversation that I'm gonna have to face with and like be real with my clients, and
Yep.
just really like educate them and walk them through. So with that kind of process, instead of just, okay, well, let me just do it on you. I'm sure it's going to work out great, yeah. So just really look out for my clients is, I would say, one of the key things that, that build trust
Yeah.
with the client over time.
Yeah, for
And, that leads to like Ashley's question here. How do you convince a client that what they really dead set on is not a good choice for them? Like, how do you convince your clients when they really want something, but it's really not for them?
yeah, it's like a unrealistic expectation, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That does happen a lot. I actually do get quite a few clients who are like, oh, I want my eyebrows to have this triangle shape. Like I want like my arch to be super pointy. But the thing is that, like PMU artists is like we do things so specifically, so we can't just
Mm-hmm.
emulate someone's brow drawing. But yeah, like when that happens, that's like kind of like a red flag. So if someone's so dead set on something they want,
Mm,
like that's a red flag to not take that
that's
client, because
right.
if you take that client, most like she's gonna come back, she's gonna complain to you. Even though if you did an
Mm,
amazing
mm,
job on her, she's
mm,
not gonna be happy. So obviously, just turn your radar
mm,
on, like trust
mm.
your intuition.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah.
love that. I love that. I really love
Hmm.
that that you just shared. Especially with clients who have had previous work done on their brows, and when they come to us, it's more or so that we're just trying to make things better instead of like working on virgin brows. But if they come in with
Hmm.
unrealistic expectations that we're gonna be able to like transform like with magic to make their brows, like
Yeah.
beautiful, like virgin brows. Yeah, I totally agree
Yeah.
with you. Whenever you can't really connect to the client, it's almost like a red flag. And I totally agree 100% with that.
Yeah, for sure. Actually,
Yeah.
what I would usually tell them, because like tattoo artists, they're not really specialized in eyebrows. So if they want something like exactly as their brow drawing, I just tell them,
Mm-hmm.
you could go to like any brow artist, draw your brows in and they will tattoo it for you. Because like, they're not specialized, so they would do,
Mm-hmm.
anything for you basically. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. Like if I can't connect with the clients within like the first few, like exchanging conversations, whether it's via text or phone calls, immediately, I know that that's probably not gonna work out for the both of us, right?
Yeah, for
So
sure.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
save you the trouble in the future.
Yeah, definitely. So
Yeah.
how do you stay on the top? So how do you keep yourself to stay on the top of this industry since it's
hmm
pretty challenging, I would say.
Yeah, for sure. Honestly, like I guess there's different interpretations to this question. Like stay on the top as in stay on top of everyone, like you're the top artist in your area. Or you could say stay on top of, your stuff, like stay on top of your tasks. But yeah, if we were to answer the first question, like stay on top, like on top of the industry, I mean, like in the area, I wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
say I'm on the top per se.
Well, your work is
Oh,
really
thank you.
amazing.
Oh, thank you. But honestly, like even if people think that I'm on the top, like I don't really see myself as that. The way I see my work is I always look at my work and I'm always thinking, how can I do better than the last set I did?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
almost like instead of competing with someone else, you compete with yourself.
That's
So
right.
that's how I improve because like when I look at my work, sometimes I feel like there's always more improvement. So very
Mm.
rarely I celebrate, when I make like a good set because I'm always thinking, oh, I can do better, this way. Let
Mm-hmm.
me practice more, trying to
Mm-hmm.
figure other things. And
Mm-hmm.
one thing is I always if I make what is it called? Like if I create something that I'm not happy with, I accept it. I accept that, I could do better, this is not the best and I kind of try to learn. So I'm never too prideful or proud of my work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always like accepting, that I'm not perfect and that,
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes don't make the perfect brow set, but I'm always like looking forward, to fixing this ABC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, your work
How about
definitely
you?
shows that you're a perfectionist in your work for sure. Well,
Thank you.
like for
Yeah.
me, to stay on the top is, pretty much I want to be able to challenge myself every day.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
started out this journey being a lash artist, and that was how I get my clientele is through the lash routes. So instead of jumping straight into the doing PMU right away, because PMU is less forgiving than with lashes. So
Yeah, for
I
sure.
personally chose to start my route through lashing, build
Mm-hmm.
trust in my clientele through lashing, and that's when I really was able to convince my current lash clients into doing PMU, and that was how I got my foot started with this industry. And
Mm-hmm.
for me personally, to be able to stay on the top, I wanted to keep myself educated. Um, Always, like attending seminars and courses and stuff. Like to me, knowledge is never
Mm-hmm.
enough, and I want myself to be able to have that knowledge for my
Yeah.
clients, for the people who I work with, to be able to translate and pass down that
Mm-hmm.
knowledge to the people who I work with as well. So, yeah, so this industry is pretty much, ever changing. And if you're a PMU artist and you're just staying stagnant, I have known a few PMU artists who are in our area that, been doing it for 15, 20 years, but yet they never really
indulge themselves into different things that are going on with the industry. So therefore, it doesn't really matter how much of the year of experience that you have, as long
Yeah.
as you're keeping yourself educated and having clientele. That's what matters, because somebody who's been doing it for say 20 years versus somebody who's only been doing it for half amount of time, like 10 years. But if they're continuing educating themselves and doing clients, I'm pretty sure that that one person, the 10 years person, will exceed the other one, just because they're never give up on themselves, basically.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah. That also does
Mm-hmm.
tie into the next question, about what do you think about continuous education?
Yeah, I really like to educate myself with anything really, even on mindset, ways that can help me to kind of like overcome obstacles, because we're all human, right? And we
Mm-hmm.
have challenges. There'll be days that we're like, oh my God, like, why do I have this one client who are so mean to me? Or, like I'm just not happy with like this kind of work because of whatever reason that was going on that was like out of your control. Could be
Mm-hmm.
their skin type, it could be they bleed too much, or something
Yeah.
what's going on that it's just something that will bring your day down. And to me, that like not only educating yourself, keep yourself motivated with not only knowledge but also mindfulness, like
Mm-hmm.
really take care of yourself, so that way your soul is happy. And when your soul is happy and abundant, you're able to take care of everyone else around you, right? Don't you think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah,
I
for
know
sure.
you're really big into mindset as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, you basically said everything, what I wanted to say. But yeah, like that's totally right. Yeah. Um,
Yeah.
so what I think about continuous education, it's you know, becoming a brow artist, there's a lot of troubleshooting. Sometimes like people experience different problems that other artists don't experience. I think
Hmm.
that's what I found when talking to other artists. Also, like sometimes it happens when you change a machine or change different supplies, you just get sometimes like they just get like weird results, something
Hmm.
weird happens.
Yeah.
So like
Something
I
that is
think
like totally out of your control.
yeah, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Hmm.
So definitely continuous education is great because everyone's always finding different techniques, different ways to fix
Hmm.
things. I think the industry is still expanding.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, like but in terms of continuous education, I would say taking like one or two class a year is like really
Yeah,
good.
I totally agree.
Mm-hmm.
And I love attending conferences as well,
Oh,
because within the conferences you kind of like learn a little bit of like from every master, and kind of like just kind of combine with your own.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
I probably have like more than 30 certifications like over the years, like taking
Wow.
so many classes.
That's
Like, yeah,
amazing. Oh my gosh.
yeah. And to me, honestly, I love it. Like, I love and I enjoy taking classes and
Yeah.
learning from different masters,
Hmm.
that's how you keep yourself, shaped pretty much, in terms of like knowledge and having the skills for your clients. And when they see that, it also builds more credentials and trust to your clients as well. That's what I think. And yeah, I love conferences, because now, like after so many classes, that you just feel um, like you just want to do conferences, because conferences kind of like has everything in one pot, sort
Yeah.
of like, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's really good.
Hmm.
They have like a variety of things, right?
Yeah. That leads to the question Rachel was asking me, that do you work on the top of other artists' work? I'm afraid it might affect my work's reputation.
Mm-hmm.
So basically,
Yeah.
do you
That's
how do you work on the top of other artists' work? And if
mhm.
it doesn't work out, or if it does work out, how would you advise your clients?
Yeah, for sure. That's actually a great question. Thing is with correctional brows, they can be quite tricky,
Mm-hmm.
because not everyone is eligible for a cover up. For example, if someone
Mm-hmm.
comes to you with really super thick brows, putting another, like slapping another brow tattoo on it, like it's not gonna fix it because, the super thickness is still there. Or if they have
Mm-hmm.
super unsymmetrical brows and you want to draw symmetrical brows, but then that
Mm-hmm.
like asymmetrical is still gonna be outside of that brow shape that you create.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
what I do in this case, I just ask them to take me a photo, different angles of their brows currently.
Mm-hmm.
And if I look at it and I think, oh, I could definitely work with this, I could do a cover up. Everything will be covered and, it's not too
Mm-hmm.
extreme. Then I just take them in, do the color correction and do the cover up. But if they're not eligible and I think their case is a little too extreme, then I would recommend them doing a tattoo removal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah,
Did I cut
totally.
off? Sorry.
A
I
little
also
bit.
do a saline tattoo removal. So what
Oh
that does,
yeah.
that just
Mm-hmm.
takes out a little bit of the pigment, and
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you don't need to take out the entire brow, past brow work. You could just do enough for you to work with the cover up.
Mm-hmm.
And I think most cases, it would be saline tattoo removal, and then after that heals, then we go
Mm-hmm.
in with the cover up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What saline removal solutions do you use?
So I've taken the Terralyn, Girls Inc. course,
Yeah,
and
Tara and Jordan. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so she partnered up with Lee Pigments, the Lift,
Mm-hmm.
and actually
Mm-hmm.
works really, really well. I actually
Mm-hmm.
did one client, and one session, like her past brows like completely
Mm-hmm.
gone. It's like, almost
Wow, that's
yeah, like
amazing.
5 to 10
Yeah.
percent is like still there, but it's like still really faint. Yeah, so it
Wow,
works.
that's really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the lift solutions as well. I really
You use
do.
that,
And
right?
yep,
Oh,
yep.
nice. Yeah.
But definitely I only turn to saline solutions if I feel like I need to lighten up that previous work a little bit.
Hmm.
Not necessarily that for the clients who come to me just for removal and hoping that I'm gonna erase everything and like
Yeah.
that they're not gonna have anything that I would have to refer them to, something like laser removal or something like that. That is
Yeah.
more so will restore their brows like the way they actually like wanted that without any pigment. So,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there are, pros and cons about it. Like,
mm-hmm,
there are unrealistic expectations. That's why I always
mm-hmm,
say I can't guarantee, anything, but I will try my best to lift as much as I can.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Do you
sure.
do you use three needles? Do you do 3 RL with it?
I actually use 5 RL.
Mm,
Actually shading, because RL is the
mm-hmm.
needles closer together. I use
Mm-hmm.
the Quadron shading with 5 needles,
Okay.
and honestly, it works really well. It's so
Wow, that's really
satisfying when
good.
you see blood coming out because it's working. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 and that's a osmosis process. It like
Yeah,
the blood
awesome.
has to come out in order to draw the previous pigment out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool because clients actually don't feel much. Like they're not that
Mm-hmm.
painful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure. I think it also
Yeah.
varies from client to client as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm. That's
Okay, yeah.
great.
Shall we go on to the next question?
Yeah.
Okay, so this question is more for you. I'm a lash artist. This is by Sarah. I'm a lash artist. Should I start doing brows as well?
Um, I would say that with being so it's not that if you're a lash artist that you should be doing brows as well, but it's more so you should ask yourself that are you completely satisfied with your work and now you're ready for another challenge? You know,
Mhm.
like that was what I really asked myself, is that when I started with the lashing industry, I wanted to do the best to my ability. And that involved with, a lot of like practicing, doing clients, taking classes, and even join competitions and winning competitions in lashing. And when I reached to a certain level that I felt like I wanted to be able to give more to my clients, being able to change something for them, because there were people that coming in, um, you know, wanting to just have something that help with like their overall look, to make them look more awake and just like more refreshed. But besides lashes, what else could I do? Well, I started paying attention to, well, there's small features that we can change, such as like the eyebrows or the lips, things like that, that kind of like forced me to kind of like gear my direction towards the PMU, is because I want to be able to have that ability to help my clients to be able to just do more, just do more and transform a little bit more for my clients. So, but I had to be good at one thing that I'm doing first without jumping all over, right? Because if you were just jumping all over, if one day you're doing lashes, another day you're doing brows, and another day you're doing lips, and without getting good at anything, then you're just mediocre. So I think that um, it's important, whatever you're doing, be good at that one thing, and then once when you're good, you feel that yourself is ready for another challenge, then go to the next level.
Yeah.
And that's my take. Yeah, what
Hmm.
do you think?
Yeah, I
Did you
totally.
start it as a PMU artist right away?
Yeah, I only did PMU. Um, I actually did a little bit of makeup, but it's not
Wow, no wonder why your makeup is always on point.
filtered. Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. Actually, in Toronto here, like we have so many lash techs. Like I swear,
Mm-hmm.
block there's like at least one lash tech. That's how many lash
Mm-hmm.
there is. Um,
Mm-hmm.
when it comes to brows, it's definitely more liability than lashes, because it's
Mm-hmm. So
and
how did you get started? Like how were you able to kind of like jump through that hoop? Like that one point where we were like, oh, we kind of like, I really want to get into it, but like I don't know how. But then I think I kind of got it. But that kind of like that struggle that
yeah,
almost
sure.
get you there. Like how did you get there?
Actually, me personally, I didn't really have any struggles because once I actually, before taking my first microblading class, I've been wanting to do this for over like 1 year. I've been always thinking about it. The only issue
Mm,
is I didn't have any money because I was a student, and my parents, they're not rich or anything, so I'm actually
mm,
on my own. I have to pay for my own bills and my own fees.
mm-hmm,
um,
mm.
but the thing is, I actually have a visual arts background. So I've been doing
Wow,
since I was 6, so training professionally. And I
wow.
teaching art as well when I was in high school. So I was an art teacher then.
Mm,
And I also go to college for animation. So it's very intense for me. So in my case, I'm confident in what I do because I have
mm,
experience in visual arts. So
mm-hmm,
really excited. So to me, I think in my case, yeah, I didn't really have any struggles because
mm,
I practice a lot and I'm super confident. And once you
mm-hmm,
have that feeling that you're confident, you really want it, that's like
mm.
your motivational drive. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's where your passion comes from. You feel like it's like a calling for you. That definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, definitely. So what are the things that you wish you would like before, becoming a PMU artist?
Some things I wish I knew before becoming PMU artist. Some things I wish I knew is that is definitely more than just a one-time investment. Before I
Mm,
thought, oh, like just take one class and you're good. No, you have to put more money in your business. You have to keep taking more classes, spend thousands of dollars.
That's right.
Like
Yep.
there's
Mm-hmm.
a reason why, brows are so expensive because we invest so much, tens of thousands
Mm-hmm.
of dollars.
Yes.
It's not cheap, but if you're passionate and you love
Mm-hmm.
it, then go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Because that once you love what you do, you could
Mm-hmm.
go anywhere with it. Like you have
Yeah.
unlimited potential. But if you're in it for just the money, like you're not gonna go too far because you're just gonna hate it
Mm-hmm.
eventually and you're just gonna get tired of
Mm-hmm.
it. And at the end, that you're just probably gonna
Mm-hmm.
waste money and like waste some time because that's not something you
Mm-hmm.
love to do. So definitely find something you love, you extremely love, you're 100% sure, and
Yeah.
you're gonna go really, really far with it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I totally agree. Passion is important because passion is what's gonna keep us through, those
Mhm.
struggles, like jumping through those struggles. Because without passion, and when you hit that rock bottom or you hit that wall, you're not gonna be able to
Yeah.
jump through.
Yeah, for sure, for
Hmm.
sure. Yeah. Honestly, totally agree. That
Yeah,
will.
and like I always tell my students that never take one class. Like don't settle for just one class. Even if you're
Mhm.
done with my class, I would advise you to, continue taking more and more classes because that's the only
Mhm.
way that we can grow, right? Because
Mhm.
everyone's gonna have their own technique, their own skill sets and stuff, and it's important for us to, all learn from each other. That's what this
Mhm.
industry is about. Is that we learn all from each other, but we do have to like take the
Yeah.
classes.
Yeah,
So
for
it's not
sure.
like college where you just like, sit in class for like X amount of years and then off you go. It's like a
Mhm.
continued learning, right?
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree. Yeah.
Um,
Right on.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we have one question here. Do Facebook ads work? This girl named Ha. Not sure if I said it right.
Um, yeah, huh? Um, I think that marketing do work. Once when you're able to get your skills up, marketing some kind of marketings will work. Um, I've never really tried Facebook ads before. I mean, I tried, like Instagram, but I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's more so just kind of like increase your followers instead of
Yeah.
like, I don't know. What do you think? Like, because me personally, I built my clientele through word of mouth a lot and reviews, because like once when those clients are happy, they're gonna like write, good reviews for you, and then people checking your page through Google and Yelp and more people coming. That was how I kind of built my
Mm-hmm.
clientele for myself and for the entire salon here. And we
Yeah.
have, like over 10 employees. Um, we never really run Facebook ads. I know Facebook
Yeah.
ads is like a big thing now, but I don't know. That
Mm-hmm.
wasn't how we
Yeah.
grew, but could change. What do you think?
Yeah. I did try Facebook ads.
Mm-hmm.
I did Instagram and Facebook ads
Mm-hmm.
for quite some time before
Mm-hmm.
joining any marketing course. And honestly, like it's a scam. I wouldn't really go for it. It's almost like,
Mm-hmm.
you pay $30 for 1 week and they run your ad for the entire week. But it's almost like
Right.
a gamble. You put your lottery ticket
Mm-hmm.
in and you're just crossing your fingers, hope, the right people will see it. The thing is that I
Mm-hmm.
spent actually a lot of money on Instagram, Facebook ads.
Mm-hmm.
Some work for some people, but for me personally, it didn't really work. I just got a lot of likes. I didn't really get any sales, not much
Mm-hmm.
leads, honestly. You don't know where the ads are reaching. Like it could just be random people who are not even interested in
Mm-hmm.
your house. They're just looking at your
Mm-hmm.
profile, clicking like, and that's it. But
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
say natural growth or organic growth, Instagram,
Mm-hmm.
improving your algorithm. That's like the most powerful tool because that's when they put your Instagram post on the
Mm-hmm.
explore page,
Mm-hmm.
and people who actually are interested in that category, who are interested brows, lashes, they're the ones to see it, and your potential clients. And I think that's, you know, the best out of any
Yeah.
Instagram, Facebook ads. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, no, I totally
Mm,
agree. Yeah,
yeah,
would you
for
share
sure.
a little bit about like how you know, like do your pictures and like what kind of app is your favorite app for like pictures and videos editing?
Oh, okay, like photo editing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I use this photo app called, I think it's called Makeup Plus. The thing is,
Okay,
it
yeah, I've
has
heard of them. Mm-hmm.
amazing smoothing features to smooth it.
Mm.
And yeah, that actually I don't really edit that much, and then I use the Instagram, to control the contrast, brightness. I don't really use any other app to control like the brightness, contrast, sharp, anything, because
Mm.
sometimes it could look a little weird. So I think
Mm.
Instagram is like the perfect for that one. But
Wow.
other than that, like I just plug everything in, put the logo through Canva. All of my
Mm.
covers are made in Canva previously, so I
Mm.
just take that and reuse it. But yeah, like
Mm.
honestly, you just need good lighting, a good phone, and
Yeah.
you're all set. You don't need much editing, honestly.
Hmm. Talking
Yeah.
about that, one of the questions that we have here is, do you prefer ring light or the Glamcor?
Um, Honestly, I have both of them. My ring light is super cheap. Like it's like made in China ring light, like $100. It's actually so shit. Excuse my language. It's so trash. Like it's like I only had it less than a year, and now the switch it doesn't turn on anymore, and I didn't really do
What?
anything. It's just sitting in the same area.
How big is it?
And it's
What's the
pretty big.
diameter of the ring light?
I forgot, but it's like I think like 32 inches or something. It's pretty big.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or
Wow.
I don't know, 20 inches or something like that. But
Mm, okay.
if you get a good ring like that, that's good. But I think I got the cheap one from Amazon. It's like $100 or so, and it didn't really work. But Glamcor is great.
Mm,
I just got the multimedia Glamcor, and you could
mm-hmm,
change the cool and the warm tone
mm-hmm,
on it,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
and it's great, yeah. But other than
Oh,
that,
that's
they're both
cool.
made in China. Which I usually do avoid buying things from China just
Mm.
because, habits in the past.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
from past experience,
I
I usually do like to
mm-hmm.
buy, products made from other countries. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, we
How about
definitely
you
need a
though?
source. Yeah, no, we definitely need to source our supplies and products. But um, in terms of like the lighting, I personally actually like the ring light so much better than the
Oh,
Glamcor. I had Glamcor before, and for a little bit, I used to be one of their distributors years ago. Um, and I used
oh,
to love them,
nice.
but I don't know, I just feel like the lighting isn't as bright as the ring light. And the ring light, actually there's a trick to it. You have to get the big one.
Mm,
Don't get the smaller one because the
yeah.
smaller one isn't gonna do anything. So get the, I
Uh-huh.
think it's the 18 inch, the 18 inch or something. Get the big one. And all of my ring lights, I've gotten them for like um, over 3 or 4 years, and they still work,
Mm,
surprisingly. Like
wow.
I got them on Amazon, but
Reassuring.
I know that there's certain supplier that you have to get it from. It's the Newer. The name of the ring light is called Newer. So that's the one. Those are the ones that been working great for our shop for like the past 3 or 4 years. But other brands of ring lights on Amazon, they did die on me like
Mm,
earlier than expected. But
oh,
except for that one brand, Newer, um, lasted forever. But you know,
oh,
the head is a little shitty.
oh,
You know,
yeah.
like because it's like it's so heavy, so it yeah. But they last good, and the brightness is amazing. That's what we use here to like take pictures and also to do our work and things like that.
Mhm.
So I actually
Yeah.
love the ring light, and then
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like not
Mhm.
getting the Glamcor as much anymore. But
I see.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's
then
good to
apps,
know.
in terms of, yeah, in terms of
Mhm.
apps, I like to use, so I take picture with the DSLR camera, and then I
Oh,
use
wow.
the,
Fancy.
yeah. Well, it's just like a normal DSLR, but because I find that with the phone, it doesn't capture the image as crisp. But that's just me. I know a lot of amazing artists who only take pictures with their phone. But I
Mhm.
don't know, the iPhone doesn't seem to work for me, so I chose to use the DSLR camera, and I use the app called Facetune to kind of like smooth out the skin only because um, like I want to post my work, but then sometimes clients be like, "Oh, my skin doesn't look good." I'll be like, "Okay, don't worry." Like we have apps, like because you want your clients to like feel good about themselves too. And at the same time, you want to showcase your work, but then you don't want to like alter anything that has to do with your work, right? Like the brow work and things like that.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
That,
So when you take picture with the DSLR camera, it kind of like by itself capture enough light, so that way I don't have to like do any like lighting or anything like that. But with the iPhone, sometimes I feel like it's a little dark, even though I have the ring light and things like that. So then I would have to alter lighting a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah,
for sure. That's great. On DSLRs are top cameras. That's actually really good.
yeah,
Use like a
yeah,
Canon.
yeah. I have the Canon. Actually, I have it here. I'll show you.
Oh,
It's the Canon EOS RP.
mhm.
I tried the Sony A7 III or A7 IV, something like that. But I don't know. I always go back to my Canon. It's a little heavy, but it's worth it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's
And
great.
and the Canon RP is actually it's a mirrorless camera, but the price isn't too high. So
Mhm.
apparently it's pretty good for the price that you get. So yeah.
Okay, yeah. One of another investments,
I
and
know, right?
DSLR are like not cheap at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go on with our we have a few questions
Yeah, do
from
we have any more questions?
yeah. So we have one question. What are few things oh, we already answered that. Which lighting to use? What is the most difficult part of your journey in terms of brows or lashes?
Mm, um, I would say the most difficult part of my journey would be that earlier in my career, I struggled, like probably like everybody else, I struggled a lot with like the brow mapping. Um, but part of it was because, like I didn't do thorough research in finding my trainers. I just kind of like jump into training. And then I didn't really like receive good training. So that was what I struggle a lot. And kind of like had to like maneuver my way around and just try to like, educate myself. And that led to, having difficult clients. Maybe they weren't difficult, maybe they just, like picky. But I would say that because of those picky clients, that makes me who I am, like makes me better at my
Yeah.
art and my craft. So I'm thankful that I went through experiences like that. And now that, I have more years of experience, I kind of like combine them into like a very detailed, realistic expectation, and just sort of like rule out everything, just to help the whole process of like PMU between me and the client go a lot smoother. So that way there isn't any miscommunications and things like that. Because sometimes how like you can do something like your work can look really good, right? Like your work looks really good, but sometimes if that one specific client doesn't understand what you're trying to give them, as opposed to what they want to get, you know what I mean? Then they're still not going to be happy about it. They're still not going to refer their friends and family, even though what you did was right, what you did was beautiful. But if they don't understand, if that communication fail, then they're not going to be able to be, you know, like your walking advertisement. So I guess, you know, like just the years of like, you know, going through that kind of like consultation struggles, you know, that helped me to kind of like shape it more smooth, you know, in terms of like consultation with clients and helping them understanding what exactly that they want, and me understanding what they want, you know, just that kind of like mutual compromising.
Yeah, for
Which is
sure.
what not many trainings taught you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they'll teach you the techniques and stuff, but not many trainings would teach you, okay, well, this is how the way you should consultation with your clients, because there's going to be a lot of back and forth and stuff like that. You
Yeah,
kind of
for
have to learn on your own,
yeah,
right?
for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people, they feel like after training, you know, they're just kind of on their own, right?
Yeah.
Um, Everyone experiences different types of issue. And I'm sure because you're in the industry a lot longer than me, you definitely experience way more, you know, like when it comes to picky clients or like difficult clients as well, right? Yeah.
They kind of train me, you know.
Yeah,
But
for
which is
sure.
great because it helps you to, you know, like become a better artist, like train your eyes to become a better artist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for
So
sure.
that's good.
Because like a lot of people, they know their faces a lot better. And when they look at themselves,
Yes.
they could tell, you know, oh, this is just a
Yep.
little bit
Hmm.
higher, you know. And yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
I'm just
All
wondering
right.
how long you've been
Mm-hmm.
in this industry for.
So I started doing this in 2015. So it's been a bit, but yeah, it's been quite
Wow,
a journey.
wow, that's amazing. So it's been 6 years now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
And I went from working from home to working for somebody, and then going to my little studio, and then having my salon. And I'm sure, you know, like, I mean, throughout the journey, there were, you know, ups and downs, but it's a part of it. It's a part of business, you know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Wow, yeah. Thank you for sharing all your experiences.
No,
It's
thank
an
you
eye
so much for
opener for
thank
sure.
you so much for
Yeah.
joining me.
Oh no, you're welcome anytime. But yeah,
Yeah, it
like
was
I
so fun.
it was. If anyone has any questions here, you guys could always ask below, and you know we could take a look out in the chat here.
Yeah. And then even after this live ends, if you have any questions, you can always drop it in the comment, and then I'll always go back to like answer any
Yeah,
questions, or you
for
can reach
sure.
out. We're here
Yeah.
to help.
And if might be posting this on my page, so if you guys are
Yeah.
watching this after, you know, you guys always comment, and me and
Yeah.
May will get back to you. Yeah. But
Awesome.
other than that, I think that pretty much wraps up our
Yeah.
live,
Thank
right?
you. Thank you, Christina,
No
for joining
problem.
us
Thank
today.
you,
Yeah,
Ray.
we'll keep in touch.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
anyone who is in Toronto, Canada, and looking for brow artists, please contact Christina. Her work is amazing. You can visit her on her page, artisan dot glow, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna be in my description. So yeah,
Thank you so much. And anyone in my follows are in Arizona, you know, you could hit up May, lashes, brow. She does
hmm
everything. And she's amazing at it. So definitely go check her out. And yeah, I'm sure she has she also teaches. So if you guys are interested in learning you know, brows, you guys can hit her up as well. Yeah. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Everything. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.